All right, teaching is stressful because of the marking, especially if you're a secondary teacher, if you're a psychology, English teacher, history teacher like me. You got 1,000, 2,000 word essays, research papers. Marking takes up time. So here is the best idea I've come up with in the last few years, which has allowed me to massively reduce my teaching time, but also massively improve the quality of feedback that I give to my students. All right, here's how. The devil is always in the detail. So a couple of things first. Now, you're going to need a smartphone. I don't have a smartphone, so I'm going to use my MP3 player, which I use to listen to music, as a prop. I'm actually just assuming you can do this on a smartphone. So if you don't have a smartphone, stick around till the end, and I'll explain to you how I actually do this. Anyway, right. You got a stack of papers. If you're like me, the problem was you would read them, mark them, right? And you write down all the notes on the paper. But as I was writing these notes, I would think to myself, are the kids even reading this stuff? And it takes so long to write that I would feel like I would write the wrong thing, but then I was too lazy to go over it again. And you put all these crosses and ticks and you write comments, but really I found like the quality of the feedback wasn't that great when I would write on them. So what I would do is I get the rubric. Okay, so I've got, let's say I'll get a rubric. So imagine I've got 20 essays here, right? I will print out 20 separate rubrics on different pieces of paper. I read the essay. I can read the essays in 3 or 4 minutes. And then, because I know what I'm looking for, I can go through and I score it on the marking schedule, right? I score it on the rubric. Okay. Now, I keep that to one side. That's really important. I'm not going to give that rubric to the students just yet. Okay. Now, where does the feedback come in? Well, that's where your smartphone comes in. Instead of writing, I can put text and crosses and maybe just circle things, maybe just as mental notes as I'm reading, but I'm not going to write any sentences or any qualitative feedback. Okay. Here's how I do it. Just hit record and record your voice. So now I can actually talk to the student about their essay, and then I just email that audio file to the student and they listen to it. Okay, so I'm reading the kids' work and I'll say, hi Samantha, okay, so I'm reading your essay here, some feedback. All right, first I'll talk about what you did great. I really like the introduction, you got straight to the point. You've got 2 relevant studies here. The third study, right? Okay, and then I might say, and I can just give a running commentary. This will take, imagine 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, of just running commentary on this kid's work and what they did well, what they could work on. Maybe in a future video, I'll explain really how I try to give good targeted directed feedback. But that's it. I'm not going to write anything. Now, okay, here's what happens. So I say, all right, well done. So simple, so fast, so quick. Saves me hours and hours of time. Compared to the quality of feedback, they're actually getting good explanations. Like I'm articulating exactly what I want them to do. Also, I can talk to the student. When do you ever get a chance in a class of 30 kids to sit down and have a one-to-one conference and feel like you're actually communicating? Now, of course, they can't communicate back, right, in this because you're just recording your voice and emailing it. But I feel like I'm connecting to them more because I'm thinking about that student and I'm trying to talk to them. And instead of just reading my my words that have no tone at all, I can explain. Now, here's the catch, okay? Because I know if I gave the essay and the rubric back at the same time with the grade, the kids would never read the feedback. They would go straight to the grade. They would never listen to the feedback. They would go straight to the grade and that would be it. So I give them back their essay. I email them the recording file and I give them a reflection sheet. Now I'm going to tell you this, but I think it's best. Don't tell your colleagues, right? I hope this is going to change how you mark and improve. So I just hope this is going to help your stress if you like it. Reduce your stress, improve your marking. Okay, I hope you enjoy this idea. Don't share it with your colleagues and hear it because this will become cumbersome and annoying for your students. I think they'll love it if it's just you that does it. But if everyone else in your school starts doing it, it's going to be really problematic. So just keep this one to yourself. Okay, so I give them back the essay. Then I give them a reflection form and I say, I want you to listen to the feedback and write a reflection. Okay, based on my feedback, what are the things you did well? And my reflection form, okay, is based on my rubric. And so what did you do well and what could you do for the future? And then then in order to get their mark, to find out what their score was, they have to submit that reflection form. It can be typed, it can be handwritten, it can be whatever. Really, I'm just looking to make sure when I'm looking at the reflection form, I just want to make sure that they listened to my feedback. After they've done that, then I give them their rubric, with their grade. What have we done here? I love this idea because it covers so many things, right? First of all, it's reduced my time in marking drastically, because now I can just grade, record, done. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes per essay. Okay, you can do it even less if you just want to have 30 seconds. But the quality of feedback is so much better and so much more feedback, frankly, than what I would do if I was writing by hand on their papers. Also, by not giving them the mark and getting them to write the reflection, they're engaging more in the feedback, so it'll be more useful in the future. And so, yeah, anyway, it ticks a lot of boxes. It's fast and effective, reduces my time, saves my stress, plus it enhances the quality of my teaching, which, what could be better than that? I promised that video because I've been ranting a lot, sitting in this place about a whole bunch of things, ranging from COVID to equity to everything else. There's a practical strategy that you can use. Now, if you're like me and you don't have a smartphone, all I do is I simply use QuickTime. QuickTime, there's so many things on your laptop that will be able to do voice record. I use QuickTime. It just says new voice recording. I grab my microphone and then I just talk into it. Also, you can use a screencast software, like I use OBS, and you can make video feedback. So you can actually make a screencast. In a future video, I'll explain how to make screencasts and how I do that for video marketing. But right now, I think this one, it was a game changer for me, so I hope it helps you. All right, cheers.